Okay, we're under the hood of my 2012 Ram with the 6.7 Cummins. This video, I'm going to be cleaning the Egr valve. Okay, so I went ahead and removed that plastic cover here. And in order to take that plastic cover off, you have to remove the dipstick. I chose to put the dipstick back in instead of just leaving it, exposed like that. A little bit particular. Personal preference, I don't know how to explain it, but I'd rather just have that protected just in case any contamination somehow works its way down the tube. Okay, so next I'm going to disconnect the electrical connection to the solenoid on the Egr valve itself. Then I'm going to remove the V-band clamp here, then these 4 mounting bolts. Okay, so I have the electrical connection disconnected, the V-band disconnected, and the 4 mounting bolts all disconnected. Now I'm going to simply just remove the Egr valve itself, and I do have a couple of rags, nice clean rags ready to shove in the holes because I don't want anything somehow falling into it. Could be anything. I just don't want anything falling in, and I'm just gonna play it safe. So it should be interesting to see how this looks. Okay, the truck has 22,000 miles on it. Just have to break the gaskets loose. Okay. Okay. As you can see, soot for sure. But inside the valve here, yeah, it's caked on a little bit, but I was actually expecting a bit worse. So I'm going to clean this up. Got the shop vac and cleaned the gasket surface of the Egr, I should say intake horn. Okay, so those screws out. Got that. I'm just gonna put that to the side because I'm not gonna be washing that. Now we have to get that retainer out of there. So in order to do that, we're going to jam this rag in there. Cut my hand. Get my pliers here. Okay. Just like that. All right, let's see how free that valve is moving. It takes a bit to move it. When it's clean, I'll be able to just go like that and that should fall. Alright, we're going to clean it. I have the Egr soaking in hot water filled with degreaser. I'm going to let that sit for a while so I can break up the soot, and then I'm going to hose it out. Okay, it's all nice and clean now, as you can see. And there, that guy, see, put the valve over here, slides nice and easy. Yeah, Very easy. So next I'm going to assemble this back, put the solenoid on, and we're going to take it from there. Okay, so I put the spring retainer clips in. As you can see, those retainer clips, just take your time. Now, I just had to verify off a couple other videos I've seen on YouTube with this Egr valve that those retainers are seated properly. It seems like there's a bigger gap on one side than there is the other, so I guess that's pretty normal. And I guess a good self-check is just, you know, back and forth, and it's not going anywhere. So I'm going to put the electrical pack back on, then we're going to mount it to the truck. While I'm tightening these screws back up for the electrical part here, just keep in mind, if you're worried about those retainers, if they do fall off, they're going to fall off within this little space and solenoid, and I don't see anywhere those retainers could go into and can damage. Alright, I got my new gaskets ready here. So what I like doing with these is, you know, when they're making them in whatever machine, sometimes it you get some, I don't know how to word it, some over product, some extra product on this gasket itself. So I just like going around like this with my fingers, working it off. You'll see them fall. I'd rather do it now than potentially the gasket material leaking into the intake horn while I'm installing it. Alright, now I'm just putting the plastic cover back on. So just to recap, I removed the Egr valve right here, cleaned it. Now the Ram trucks recommends to do it every 67,500 miles, along with the CCV filter. Personally, I think it's a lot longer than it really should be. And my truck, as it sits right here, had 22,000, and I don't know, I thought that was a little, I was actually expecting it to be a little bit dirtier than that, but it wasn't all too bad. But now I could drive this thing more comfortably, knowing how things look. So hopefully this video helps, and see you with the next one.